This is a lot of copium, I understand that, but the KZ franchise might be coming back. It's gonna be a while, but I believe. PlayStation's first-party studios have not done a good FPS game in a long time. However, the game studio People Can Fly has entered into an agreement with PlayStation to work on one of their IPs, like a new iteration on one of their IPs. We have no more details than that, and that could mean a lot of different things. But given that they're an FPS studio, I think that narrows it down a little bit. The two most likely contenders would be Resistance or KZ. I think if PlayStation wanted a new Resistance game, they would have Insomniac do it. I do think there are people at that studio who still have interest in that franchise. KZ, on the other hand, was made by Guerrilla Games, and they've fully moved on to Horizon, and I don't think they have an interest in going back to the franchise. And then, taking into consideration the games that People Can Fly have made, it just aligns a lot with KZ's brand. Gritty, bombastic, super M-rated FPS games is just kind of their whole vibe, and that fits most closely, I think, with KZ. Now, they just entered into this partnership, and the way these things are structured, there's a lot of different milestones that would have to get through to even go into full greenlit production. So there's a chance that this game doesn't even happen and we never even find out what this is. And if it does happen, this game is likely 4 years away at the bare minimum. All that being said, I want this franchise brought back so bad. I think letting the franchise rest at Shadowfall was the right call at the time. I think the franchise had run its course. That was the 4th game. We'd be getting a lot of those. Guerrilla Games want to move on to something new. But it's been enough time. I think there's an interesting gap in Sony's first-party offerings that could fill. And seeing the glowing red eyes of the Helgas with modern lighting tech and ray tracing, I think could provide some terrifying encounters. But what do you think? Is a new KZ game in development? Do you think they're working on something else? Do you even care about that franchise being brought back? Let me know in the comments. If you haven't already, give me a follow.